I get asked all the time, what is music therapy? And after being a music therapist for so long, I realized that our definition doesn't need to be so involved. We use music to bridge a gap that something like disease has interrupted. We use music to find the best part of the person and help them find that as well. I met Shoshana Drinks, who we lovingly refer to as Shoshi, about 4 or 5 months ago. She suffered from Tay-Sachs, which is a disease that really started to take away her ability to reach her developmental milestones. So my job really going in was to say, okay, we have this young, beautiful little girl who has this terrible disease. What can I still have her do? Music therapy has this ability to look way beyond disease and capture that part of her that brought about who she was. When you looked at her in music therapy, you saw smiles, and you saw her work so hard to do the smallest things. And you saw her parents get to watch that.
She definitely lit up a lot during music therapy. Like that was like a great motivation for us, because it was like such a joy sometimes to hear some of her vocalizations and her squeals, and to see how hard she worked at times, and like you could see like how she opened her eyes, like sort of like the twinkle in her eye, like when she thought something was super silly and super funny. And it was like all of those special parts of her would all come out during those times, and it was like very rare for us to see it at the end, because she was just like really struggling. So it was like really important to us to see that, because like it was a glimmer of what she used to be like.
For Shoshi, this disease robbed her of so much, but she really gave it her all to be present in those moments and interactive and energetic. And in those moments, like we were able to get a glimpse of what she was capable of. And she really was like an all-star in those moments.
Yeah, she was.
So I had brought Shoshana a very small set of bells, and she could successfully learn to grasp it with her small hands, which is one of the things Tay-Sachs would rob her of, was the ability, the motor control of holding things. And we always joked that when she played her small bells, I would sit next to her with my guitar and I would have a bigger set of bells in my hand. And we started to notice that sometimes Shoshi would reach for my bells. And I would always joke that, now wait, those are the big girl bells. And Shoshi's mom, Rennie, said, oh, but Miss Lacey, we want to play the big girl bells. So it became this joke that whenever she would look at me when I was using the big girl bells, she and I would grab on them together and play. And then I made a big deal of saying, now look at you, you've graduated to the big girl bells. I knew her funeral would be hard, especially because they asked me to sing 2 of her favorite songs at the very beginning of the service. And what I didn't know was that they had purchased small bells so that as guests came into the church, they were to pick up this little package of bells. And before her service started, I got to tell people why they were holding bells. And then, in her honor, the whole church did her favorite song, Play Your Bells.
There's like these moments that we captured that like they are so valuable, and I don't think would have been possible like without music therapy, because she really took to that. And even like at the end where her movements and expressions were very limited, like I still felt like it comforted her.
The music program for people like Shoshana is like super, super valuable. It's hard to even quantify how valuable it is. And we're just like really, really thankful that she was able to experience those moments of joy before she passed.
Yeah.